Hi, I'm DJ Mitz from MMH, the home of rock radio at Stonedead Festival, and today I'm here by the one, the only, Mr. Blaze Bayley. How's it going, Bab?
Good.
Good.
It's gone great. You know, the whole weekend has been one of building excitement and anxiety. I got to rehearsals on Thursday evening in Manchester, and we had a long run through on Friday. And the first few things we did, I was absolutely awful. Like, and then by the end, I was like, oh, actually, this is almost in tune. And then coming here today, and fantastic sound on stage. I got a wonderful PA, wonderful crew, and the crowd. It was just incredible. Everybody lifting you up like that, and it was just one of my best performances, I think, for years and years. I just felt, wow, I've got 16 months of power locked up, and it's actually coming out. It was incredible, an incredibly passionate crowd as well. And my set list is 25 years since I joined Iron Maiden. So it's my 2 albums with Maiden, and just to celebrate that, because some people come to my shows and they go, the last time I saw you was 1996. And I go, I've made so many albums and toured every year. So, oh, why don't you play this? Why don't you play? And I go, you know what, we're going to do a set full of my old things as a celebration. So that's what we did, and it went down really well. I mean, you wouldn't even believe that some of these songs are 25 years old, and they got a fantastic reaction from the fans. So it was incredible. It was our first gig back, and it was just absolutely amazing. The crowd was incredible. It was a wonderful, wonderful day without the pressure of being huge and 5 stages or anything like that. It went really, really well, and this is the start for us. Next, we go and we start our own Blaze Bayley tour for my new album, War Within Me, and we start in Ballymena in Northern Ireland. Then we come back to the UK and go to all of the regular venues and a couple of new ones in the UK, and we end up at KK's Steel Mill in Wolverhampton. I think it's the 11th of December, doing the big bash with a special set. And
Well, there you go. It's only down the road. I'm sure quite a few of us are going to be there.
yeah,
Anyway,
I hope so. Yeah.
It's going to be absolutely banging. Just got a couple of more questions for you. The release of War Within, it's been a short while. How do you think the response to the actual album's been?
Well, I was really surprised. We were so nervous about it because people have been waiting. My fans have been waiting 2 years for a new album. And we were coming back from South America. We always knew we were going to be recording that last year. And we came back from South America, and we were in Paris airport getting the connection, and all the COVID signs were up. And then we played probably the last gig in Europe in the March. And I thought, you know what? My fans have given me so much and kept me going through so many difficult times in my career and my life. I thought, we've got to make this a really positive record. And then Chris Appleton, who's my co-writer and co-producer, we started talking about what kind of record it should be. And let's make sure that we put everything in the right place, that it's uplifting, it's positive, that people feel better when they've listened to it. And that's what we did, and we really worked hard to make sure every lyric, every chord, every instrumental section, every solo had some kind of positive, uplifting feeling. And then the most amazing thing, when it came out, a lot of my fans who've got my entire catalogue said, we think this is probably the best thing you've ever done. And which is amazing, because I've made 11 studio albums. I put my heart and soul into every single one. And for people to say that, when it's so long since I started, it's a career of 35 years, I think, well, that's absolutely incredible. that people think I'm doing good work and still want to listen to me.
Well, this is it. Once you start, especially with the local crowd. As I first found you, and moving on to Maid and doing all your solo works, the power's always going to be there, and it's for 35 to 40 years, it's not like I don't think it's ever going to disappear.
Well, thank you. And we've had time. The other massive benefit of this, the War Within Me album came out. My team's booked the tour well in advance, and it's given us a little bit of time to work on a new Wolfsbane album. So we hope that next year, if everything goes fantastic and we have a lot of luck, that we'll be bringing out a new Wolfsbane album, and all of the songs that we've done so far sound exactly like the old Wolfsbane.
Oh, you know what? I'm really that you heard it here. I mean, I'm really excited to hear that. And hopefully they'll be able to reissue all the back cat as well.
Well, hopefully, or bootlegs of it at least.
Well, yeah, that's all I can say to it. Got a couple more questions for you before we move on. So, being local lads and that, I know we've lost a lot of multitude of venues over the last year, many over the last decade or so, especially around like the West Midlands and stuff like that. Especially the gigs, the rock and metal nightclubs. Do you think venues will be able to survive as they are?
I don't know. It's a difficult question. The thing that I think has always been true about venues is a lot of them are run by people with heart that want live music and have a love of live music and are interested in it. And these are the people that you can't kill. So hopefully they will have survived well enough to go, okay, I'll start my own rock club, and I'll start me, because it's always individuals. The places that really last have all been places that are run by people that love music. Every little venue, every little club, not somebody who goes, oh, heavy metal's really popular. Well, we're not really popular anymore, but some people do still like metal, and I think that's going to be the key. When we had the big recession, when the banks went, that killed a lot of pubs. So I think it's going to be a challenge. No one knows the future. No one ever did, but you just can't predict it at all now. But we've booked a tour in the UK. They're small venues. We have this wonderful venue now in Wolverhampton, KK Steel Mill. So let's see if this tour goes ahead properly, the way we're trying to make it, and everybody does okay and people don't lose money, then maybe there'll be another one. And we're starting to look into Europe next year, and visa situations being sorted out. So let's hope that the connection that we feel with our fans and fans feel with the band, let's hope that that's strong enough to a force that will bring us back together in some of the more intimate venues.
Yeah, I really hope so. I mean, to be honest, especially with KKs, Black Country is the way to go for live music, opposed to what a place like Birmingham used to be. Right then. So, one other question I'll leave you on. One last question so you can actually breathe. We all embrace a multitude of musical interests. My musical interests change, so many other people who have been here today have said that. Is there anything in your career that you fantasise about or still dream of doing, whether it's a collaboration or something unique just outside of the box?
Well, I've just been so lucky, with the people that I've worked with Thomas Fison and the classical guitar, doing those arrangements, a wonderful violinist, Anna Backer, working with Doro on the Classic Diamond set where we worked with an orchestra. I absolutely loved that. The only thing I haven't done, which I'd really like to have a go at, and Udo's doing this already, and I was a bit jealous when he told me about it, is doing something with a brass band. And I thought, blimey now, some of the arrangements of their songs with the power chords that would go great on brass. So I'd really like to, do a couple of songs with brass band arrangements. I know it sounds mad, but I have this like secret love of the sound of brass bands. So and it's metal, of course, because it's brass. So I'd really like to. That's a little fantasy thing that if anybody has got a brass band that will work for almost free, then that would be a great thing to do.
I mean, that's something that's very different. Most people say, I want to do something that involves an orchestra, Michael Caveman, John Williams, or something like that. But a brass band is, I want to hear that now.
Yeah.
I really do, and I really want to hear this Waltz Band album when it comes together. But no, Blaze, it's been fantastic. So, are you going to stick around for the rest of the day?
Yeah. I've got loads of interviews going on all the time. Everybody seems interested in my new album. I'm very, very lucky.
You are, well, so when you put out good material, you're going to get good feedback.
Thank you very much.
That's great. Well, thanks everybody, and thanks to Blaze for the interview. Go and listen to the album, that's War Within Me. Thanks very much. Cheers, Blaze.
Thank you.
Appreciated. Nice one.